All right, so YouTube video start number 3. The first two, which I'm not showing, I broke the points within 5 minutes of starting the video, so I just scrapped them. Not saying I won't break this, but let's see. So my name is Jason. This is a piece of red colored glass. I'm a flint napper, which means I make things like this. And I make things like this. So, and I occasionally get wacky. Do things like this. So, that's me. It's Black Knife Stoneworks on Instagram as well. And of course, Black Knife Stoneworks here on YouTube. And if you go to, Black Knife Stoneworks on Etsy as well. If you go to my website, which is blackknifestoneworks.com, there's an email list. If you want to join the email list and get any coupons I'm going to send out or any other freebies, I just started this email list business, so I'm still learning. Bear with me. And eventually, if it gets big enough, I'll start sending out emails to notify before I go live on TikTok. So, and I guess I need to start trying to go live here on YouTube. It'd be good to have a different, like a backup plan if something happened there. But I don't know YouTube's rules for going live. Like how many, there's got to be like a minimum number of subscribers. Anyway, we just made a platform there. I was busy running my mouth to get, if you'll notice, this side here is the inside of the original flake. It's pretty flat. This side, pretty high, pretty choppy. So we're going to use these little platforms here on the sides. And then that future flake is going to follow that big pronounced ridge there and go up and take that off. Which that'll make a nice little earring. These small pieces, that's what I do with them. I'll dig through my pile here soon and separate things out. Would anybody be interested in an earring and necklace situation out of this pretty red glass? I think it would make a nice one. And we're just working these platforms around. Not abrading much. Just getting ready to make this into what we would call a preform, which is, it's got nappable, good, friendly platforms all the way around. And we can get a decent flake there. So you want to maintain the overall size, you want to take advantage of natural platforms early, and then use platforms on pieces that you know are not going to be in the finished point. Okay, so like that, I knew that the base had to be straightened up, so I made a platform on the base, and I'm going to take some basil flakes, and that's not going to really cost me anything because that is real estate I was going to lose anyway. Now you want to do your basil flakes early because if the piece is thin, they're easy to break with basil flakes. That's a flake there, it didn't come off. See it? I think. I can't get it to come off. It'll come off later. It's an odd flake. And I just took my abrader and set up some like opportunistic platforms. Do that here. You can use the abrader and use it directionally. And that'll let you move the platforms up and down to put them in a better position to take the flake you want without doing a line of pressure flakes. You can't do that every time, but sometimes You're not going to move it much. Sometimes you don't have to. Get out my shearing tool. And go ahead and get rid of that old platform and clean that edge up. And braid and take some more flakes. That flake ran all the way down to there, following a ridge. And we're just going to follow up, try to adjust those ridges over with short flakes, and then take a big flake. Short flakes to clean up the platform, and a big flake. There's a little hinge right there, but that we'll get it. So this little hinge right here, we'll get it. This platform is just not good. It would probably take that hinge because of how close it is to the edge. But there's no point in making it a worse problem. And we'll eventually chip to that hinge. And it'll come off pretty easy. And we may have to do a little pressure flaking on the tip there. There's a rough looking platform up there. That one's pretty stout. So we'll see. How are y'all doing, man? Where's everybody from? I don't always respond to those in the comments, but I do like to see. It's neat to me how people can be watching you from all over the place. It's pretty fascinating. So that tip's getting heavy now. That's okay. We'll take some little flakes up there and lighten the weight on that tip. If the tip is thick and the middle is thin, or if the base is thick and the middle is thin, you got a broken point. So, something to keep in mind. I think that flake just came off. It was buried in there earlier. And that's nice and clean now. That face is nice and clean. This face is nice and clean. So we're almost ready to start pressure flaking this guy. I'm gonna do a little quick little shape here. And we're real close to that hinge I was telling you about earlier, but now the platform looks a lot better. I'm gonna braid that platform. Run a line of flakes. See this curve in it? So we want to make sure we don't take any flakes here, no flakes here. We take flakes across here. That'll ease up on that curve a little bit. And not every flake's got to be massive. Hinge is gone. And learning how to do things like that, like undercutting hinges, that's going to come with practice. All right, now to pressure flake a little bit. Make sure I keep it in frame. Not always the easiest thing to do. It's in frame. So we're just gonna take some small flakes, get ready to set that platform up. Now I use pressure flaking for final shaping. I don't use it for much thinning unless the piece is like really small to start with, which happens. And I think what I'll do is send this YouTube video link out to my email subscribers and see how that works. I have not done that yet. Like I said, still trying to figure all that out. But we went from a big old ugly lump to something very thin. Now it's ready to be made into an arrowhead. I do not like using those super coarse abraders for pressure flaking, for sure. So I'm going to use that one. And I gotta get some more stuff posted on the Etsy shop. I've been slack, so hopefully we can get this point posted. Hopefully by the time you're seeing this video, this point is posted, but we shall see. I like to try to think like I was Bob Ross when I'm doing this, you know, just super calm, relaxed. No hurries, no worries, man. Definitely don't want to try doing this in a hurry. That'd make a good ASMR segment right there. I wasn't talking. Okay, get some of this lumpy rough stuff off down here. Starting to look like an arrowhead, boys. Need to get that base good and thin. That's going to make it better when we go to notch it. So really, I don't want to take any more flakes right there because there's a low spot. So I'm just going to abrade where I want to take the flakes from. Run some flakes through there. Okay. Now our base is kind of evened out. We don't need to run long flakes here, just little shapers. Just little shaping flakes, because the overall thickness is pretty good. I'm happy with it. And to run a long flake right now and overshoot it or something would be yuck, in my opinion. Absolute yuck. Sometimes I like to look at it through the camera to get a good idea of the overall profile. Almost there. That tip has got to come this way a little bit, and there's a hinge on the tip. I'm going to make an attempt to get. I should be able to get it. Should be able to pick it a little bit. There it went. That's a good way to overshoot too, picking a hinge. Got lucky there. All right, no more picking. So now we just need a couple of flakes right in there. Maybe we'll get it. Let us see, let us see. Dude, it has only been 15 minutes. I feel like I've been doing this for an hour. There we go. Hinge gone. Hinge gone. Overshot. Darn. Sometimes that's what it takes. That's okay. We won't lose a whole lot fixing that. Overshots get easy on glass when the surface gets real regular and you've got some long ridges. You've got to be careful with the pressure flaker on both glass and obsidian, because you will overshoot it and ruin it. That could have been a lot worse. That was just a happy little accident. That's what I call my subscribers on TikTok. Happy little accidents. The whole Bob Ross theme I'm going for. Boy, that thing is thin. Very thin. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get this posted before this video goes up, but there will be a link to the Etsy shop in the description. You can head over there and at least favorite the place. Helps us a ton. Keeps us chipping. People's support has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I couldn't do the things I'm doing without all y'all, so I appreciate it. Now she's about ready for a few notches, a couple notches, and away we go. I'm gonna throw a couple of, there's a hinge right there. That might be tough. See if I can throw a flake over and get rid of that hinge. I don't want to notch through that hinge. When you're notching, the good thing to remember is that it's going to be hard anyway if everything's perfect. So if something's obviously going to impair you, you can easily fix it, then go ahead and do it. Okay, that's much better. Got my old horseshoe nail notcher here. It needs touched up a little bit. And I'm just filing it to shape. Then I think I'm going to go in and play Monster Hunter Rise for a little while. I love that game. Notching is just like flaking. You're just doing it all in one spot over and over again. You're still controlling platforms and things like that when you notch. It is probably the most tedious part of this hobby. And this point, while it's relatively thin for its size, it is a little thick. It's relatively thin for its width. So I'm not trying to do like a super fine notch on this. So I'm using 2 or 3 flake scars as the base for the notches. So the notch itself will be wider. But if it stalls, I have other options to get it back moving again. And you're doing like one of those super thin ones, you pretty much just got one platform. If you make a mistake on that one platform, that's it. I mean, that's it. That's it for that notch. Not going any further. Well, we're probably going to stop this notch here in a second. I think that is going to be our notch on that point. All right, let's go to the other one. And we just want them to match. That's what we're after, matching notches. Keeping the ears intact. So I think I'm going to try to do 1 YouTube video a week, maybe 2. I do a lot on other platforms, but trying to get the YouTube thing going. I probably need to do more videos, I guess. Make sure you let me know in the comments if you enjoy this and want me to keep doing it. It is helpful to know. There went the flake we needed. This notch has gotten a little bit thinner than the other one, which can be a problem. I think we're okay. Okay, that one flaked. We gotta be careful that we don't stall this notch. It's wanting to stall. It really wants to stall on me. There we go. And I broke the ear off. That's okay. It just got a lot wider, didn't it? Let's see if we can salvage it. That's because the notch was too thin for the width. And I caught the edge of it with the flaker. That one's all on me, ladies and gentlemen. But the wider notch is most definitely an easier notch, so we just have to widen out the other one to match this one. My wrist is hurting. I've been napping quite a bit this morning. Maybe this afternoon I'll come out and do a Etsy posting party out here, huh? Alright, so now we just gotta widen this other notch out, which is probably easier said than done, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Make sure I actually widen it there. That's how I broke the other one. Yeah, notching can be frustrating. For sure. It can make you question your sanity sometimes. Like, why did I ever decide I wanted to do this for a hobby? And I think that's pretty close, y'all. I just need to straighten out this little bit here because this looks a little bit different. And there we have it. I like this leg pad for doing like fine adjustments, little flakes. Lets you support the piece really well. And got ourselves a little red and orange glass arrowhead. YouTube only. How about that? I'll get a nice picture for the thumbnail. So make sure you follow and subscribe, y'all. Sign up for the email list that lets me keep up with getting news to everybody if they want it. And there we have it. I like it. I'm satisfied with it. It's got this nice little black spot here, which I think is cool. Let's look at it like this. Yeah. Flip it to the other side. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. All right, y'all. Dropped it. Still good. Y'all have a lovely, lovely rest of your weekend. Thoroughly enjoyed making this video for y'all. Got the dropsies apparently. So, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for watching.